about what they experienced.
Well, what's very interesting, I find, is that actors who will talk to you in these kinds of forums, the ones who will talk to you very often tend to be the better actors because they're very comfortable with themselves. They can speak extemporaneously. They have opinions. They have experiences that they are, if not eager to share, they're willing to share. And very often, the most guarded people who don't want to speak verite style in front of a camera are people who have some degree of difficulty speaking.
I believe so, and I think that the actors who are articulate and the actors who often feel, although they're not necessarily going to word it that way in public, that their own dialogue is superior to most of the dialogue they're given to say in movies.
Or just as good, at least.
Yeah. Relish the opportunity of exhibiting that quality, as if to say, I mean, for instance, Ryan Gosling, who's had some good dialogue in some of his movies, but Ryan Gosling is easily
so much smarter
and more articulate than any of the characters he's played.
No movie. You used to say that.
Yeah.
You used to say about me or other people.
Yeah.
There's no movie that captured.
None. I mean.
And the same is true with Gosling.
Yes, with Gosling.
And he's great in film.
Yes, and
he's so much more interesting
exactly.
in person.
This is actually the real seed of this movie. I kept saying to Alec through our lunches at the Harvard Club and dinners at the Grand Havana Room, which is his haunt for cigar aficionados, I kept saying, do you realize that practically every line of dialogue you've uttered in the last 90 minutes is more scintillating, more interesting, more repeatable, and more memorable than all the films combined. Nothing you've been told to say in any of these movies or TV shows has come close to your own dialogue.
This is the only reason I made the movie with Jimmy, is that I wanted a non-stop deluge of this kind of flattery. Jimmy is a Vesuvius of flattery.
It's true. It's true. And I would interrupt conversations to say, this is absurd. Why are we wasting this on us? Why are you saying what you're saying in the public? Let's shoot this, which is what we did with other people. But I think that's often true, and I think when certain people, actors, and not just actors, I think most of the people in the movie clearly relish the opportunity to show that they had things to say and share that were more interesting and original than anybody suspected.
And this is very often, even ever so slightly more true for the women than the men. Because women are too often still asked. I mean, Jessica Chastain does Zero Dark 30, and she's playing very much of a political, I wouldn't say action lead, although there's an action component. She's playing the political drama lead, which might have been reserved for, Robert Redford 40 years ago, or Beatty or somebody like that. She's playing what has typically been the jurisdiction of male actors. But too often the female actors are asked to play the love interest, the sex object, whatever, the woman, the femme fatale. And so to have women come on and just see how much more interesting Beho is.
Right.
She was an incredibly articulate woman and very passionate and talked about what she loved about film and the pros and cons of working with her husband and the success that they had with the artists and so forth. She and Chastain were really, really just fascinating to me.
And so, when I read